Hey, what's going down? It's Houston Hughes. So yesterday we took a little adventure, went out to Tyrell Park to visit the wetlands and the garden. Today we're going to head to downtown Beaumont to where they have a lot of really nice artwork done on buildings. I don't want to call it graffiti, it's murals, everything, a lot of old buildings with a lot of history. So we're going to go adventure and explore downtown Beaumont, Texas. Today is June 19th, 2025, and I invite you to follow along with me and enjoy the ride. Let's go. All right, we have made it to downtown Beaumont. This is a older downtown area, but they have recently been doing a little revitalization out here. I am in the parking lot of the Haunted Hotel. We'll go back down over here. It's a nice day out again. Thankful that it is a beautiful day. I'm able to get out. It's a Haunted Hotel there. All right, so we'll take a little walk around Beaumont. Beaumont, Texas. Like I said, today is June the 18th of 2025. Actually, it is the 19th. I'm one day off. So we'll take a little stroll, have a little chat, enjoy the nice breeze outside today. Coming up on the Beaumont Escape Room. Still working with my gimbal here. Beaumont Escape Room. And I'm not sure if they still do the haunted hotel here. I'm wanting to say they do. The sign is still here. And the sign is still out on the other side of the building. Read this warning before entering any of the attractions. Mine and my wife's favorite time of year is spooky season. So we usually do Halloween, get in the Halloween spirit from August to end of October. Then we jump right into Christmas after that. Got distracted by stuff popping up on my phone. Look at this building here. This is a nice older building. Big, tall building down here. I keep having spam calls come through my phone and they are distracting me. Now, I love this view right here. I love this older building there. We'll get a closer look at it here. There's a lot going on down here, but at the same time, there's not a lot going on down here. Trying to check and make sure microphone's working. I'm always paranoid that the microphone is going to go out or stop working and I'll get home with a video with no audio. Now this building up here, this is First City building. It's a nice day just to get out and walk though. Show you guys a little more of Beaumont. Beaumont is a older city here in Texas. The downtown definitely has seen better days. Whew. Now when the wind quits blowing, it is very hot down here. Now this building right here, almost stepped off the curb there. Now this building right here caught on fire, I want to say sometime last year. This should be the hotel Beaumont, I believe so, is what this one's called. But I do know that it did burn down recently, within the last year or so. It has. So they got it all blocked off right here. Let's see what this is. This is the Gilbert Building entrance. Not sure what that sign up there says. Has a phone number on it. Can't really make it out much. But yeah, so this building here caught on fire. It is one of the more older buildings here in Beaumont. So always sad to see a historical building burn, but that is the case. Gonna go across the street here. I'm glad they let people do art, murals, graffiti, some may call it, around Beaumont. Makes everything a little more pretty here. Butterflies and cars. Most of these, I guess these would be like electrical boxes maybe. But most of the ones around the area, especially downtown, is painted, decorated. Makes downtown just a little more beautiful. I love old buildings. Now, if you'd asked me about 20 years ago if I appreciated the old buildings here, I'd have probably said no. But as I got older, I learned to appreciate these things. We'll pop over here, this side of the street. I'm just jaywalking everywhere, as you might call it, but there is no crossing lamps, so I guess it's technically not. There's a store right here, a Stella. Then here you got Chuck's Sandwich Shop. So if you're downtown Beaumont here, 493 Pearl Street, heard great things about this place. Chuck's Sandwich Shop. You got the Loft Hair Studio. There's a lot of opportunity down here for downtown Beaumont. Go back to this other side here, get the back side of the building that has burned. Like I said, I think this burned. I got some stray cat over here. 2 stray cats, a stray cat, a couple of kittens actually. Yeah. A lot of vines, a lot of ivory. I guess you would call that ivy, not ivory, ivies. I don't know if that is what that is called, but it has taken over the back side of the building here. The word is that this used to be haunted, so I'm sure it still is haunted despite the fact that it's burned. So, but everything is blocked off. I was hoping there was a way that I could get in, but unfortunately that does not seem possible, even though it looks like people have gone in right through here. Let's see if I can zoom in through here any. But I'm not going to be one of those people, because I do not want to be one of those people that get in trouble. Let's see, zoom in here. Looks like that's an old sink. Stinks over here. You can tell it smells mildewy and old. Ooh, it is getting hot, but I like it. I don't like to sweat, but I like being outside. I like enjoying the weather. I love wintertime. I have snowflakes and maple leaves tattooed on my left arm, a project I have been needing to finish for many years. So hopefully I'll be able to do that here in the near future, very near future. Now we're going to cross the street here so I don't get hit by this truck. And this is Crockett Street. Now Crockett Street, when I was growing up, or not growing up, but when I was in my late teens to the mid 20s, this was a place where people came and partied every night. They had different clubs here, and pretty much each one of them were doing something different every night. So was out here a lot with my friends, college buddies. We'd come out here, we would have fun and just cut up, enjoying life before there was social media. Thank God, because the stupid stuff we done I did not want on camera. That is the Crockett Street Arch there. And right here, Riverside Grill. It is fairly new. It was not here years ago. I forget what restaurant was actually here. And there was a bar right in here. Now I know where it says Riverside Market. It says Riverside Market. Now the entrance to this, now that one went to one bar and the stairs went up. And then you had the downstairs and upstairs. Then right here was where Black Cat was. Not Black Cat, that was, oh my God, I'm drawing a blank. I can't remember the name of the place, but it was there, and they used to have 25-cent draft beer nights on like Thursdays for college students. That is absolutely crazy. Bobby McGee's, that was the name of the place, right there. You'd go in there, or maybe it was this entrance, but Bobby McGee's was here. And I'm not sure, I don't think the gig is still open. It could be. I'm not exactly sure. Doesn't look like it though. Looks like the last thing here was some time ago. You got the Nature's Room for rental. Now, one that has stood for a while is Dixie Dance Hall. Had many great times here, many of unkind encounters with people, drunk people mainly, but me and my friends had a lot of fun there. And then right where it says Vane, there was a club called Black Cat. And that is where, if you came from Dixie Dance Hall over to Black Cat, usually what you was wearing there, they would not let you in wearing here. It was more of a dress classy kind of place, which I never really liked dancing. I mean, dressing up and all of that to go to a club and dance and everything else. I was the guy standing along the walls. Yeah. This is a really nice, this used to be, see, Bienvenido. I'm not sure if this is still a Mexican restaurant or not. I do remember it being really good at one point, but it's a really cool building. Got the stairs on the outside going up to the second level. Most of these places have patios on the outside, because and they did that because finally you were not able to smoke in a building here, which made it more enjoyable for people like me who do not smoke to come out and have fun with friends without having to go home with secondhand smoke all over my clothes, smelling like an ashtray. So I've never been back this way behind. We'll just cut through here. Now up there, I'm not sure if you can see, and I'll make my way over there. This is one of the largest fire hydrants in the world. We just walk that way now, because down here there is not an exit, so we will keep walking. Definitely sweating more today than I was yesterday, but that's okay. A little sweat never hurt nobody. Just thank God that it is a nice day. I can get out of the house again, show you guys around my town. And I've been doing better about not being so negative about where I live, because there is not a lot to do here. But if you get out and find it, guess what? You will find things that you can do. And another area with no crossing light, so we'll just cruise on. Now this building right here, when I worked with the Beaumont Enterprise, I was a sports journalist, and this is a building that I would come to every day. You can see Beaumont Enterprise, owned by Hearst. I'm not sure if they're even still open, because there is I know the newspaper still runs, but there is a sign out here like maybe they moved buildings, because at one time there was 5 of us covering sports. Here's another box that's been decorated by somebody. Don't stop creating. Don't worry. I love being a creative person. This is really nice here. Barbecue. I love Beaumont. This was done January 2018, I guess. There we go. This is a little historical marker here. Enterprise Journal. So this is where I used to work for many years. All the times that I came through here, I never once really stopped to pay attention to the sign there. I would just walk straight down this sidewalk here, go right through those doors, up the elevator, and to my desk. I covered high school and college sports here. Now this right here is a fire station. But yeah, so I covered high school and college sports. And I also did the weather. I would type up the weather report in the newspaper. And I would also do the obituaries, which was not very fun, having to type up everybody that died and all their information every day. But it was part of the job. It's a little memorial here, honoring all those that have served. And I'm assuming this is for 9/11. Really cool here though. And then they have all the fire hydrant, the regular size hydrants here, decorated like Dalmatians. And then this is one of the biggest fire hydrants in the world. I forgot the story behind it and who gifted it to Beaumont, but it is really cool. One of the roadside attractions here in Beaumont, Texas. I'm telling you, this thing is huge. Got benches here you can sit on. And this thing is right across the street from the fire station. Fire station there. I don't see a fire station number on it, but it is a working fire station. Got the old AT&T building here. It's been there since I was a kid, so it's probably even been there a little bit longer. We got some statues right here. Some fireman statues. Metal statues. The State of Texas Firefighter Memorial. Very cool. Very cool. Always honoring those that serve us. The fire department, the police department, all of those that keep us safe. And Beaumont PD and Beaumont Fire do an excellent job here. Despite the amount of crime that we do have, Beaumont PD does do their best to ensure safety, more so than some cities do. But yeah, this is an older fire station. Zoom out here so we can see it all. I would probably go out on a limb and say this is the oldest fire station in Beaumont, but I don't want to say that. Could be wrong. And I'm assuming it is a working fire station because over here it says Fire Museum. You can see that sign right there, Fire Museum. We're here on Mulberry Street. Let's cross the street here. Got reserved parking for the fire chief. Museum hours Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Still not used to talking around people on this, so I'm not going to go in today. But here's a little bit of the history. This structure was built in 1927 to house the Beaumont Fire Department, organized in 1881. Wow. So this definitely has to be one of the oldest fire stations in all of Beaumont. I wonder how old it is compared to others in the state of Texas. I don't know. That is something that I would like to look up. But yeah, so this is the Fire Museum of Texas. So you got something on the wall here. Central Fire Station. J. Austin Barnes is a mayor. I don't know if you can tell. There's a glare on my camera, but I can't tell, but maybe you can. But I'm busting a sweat. I'm busting a sweat up in here. I almost tripped because I did not see where the sidewalk kind of dropped down there because I was too busy worrying about my sweat. But now the wind is kicking up and it feels really good on my face. We're gonna walk over now and we're gonna take a look at some of the graffiti that they have here. A lot of talented artists that did in the area that did a lot of this work. And boy, one day I will learn how to properly use my gimbal to where it's not all over the place. But I thank you guys for joining me today. I hope you're enjoying this little tour around Beaumont. Old Beaumont. Definitely a beautiful day though. Blessed to be out and just blessed to be speaking with you guys. If you haven't subscribed, think about subscribing, liking, sharing this content. Drop a comment, tell me what you think. All of those things help me out. It don't cost you anything, but every like, comment, and share adds up. I'm still learning the way of YouTube and how to do everything since being monetized. And I couldn't have done it without you guys. So everybody that has subscribed, thank you so much. And now back to the tour of Beaumont. All right, so we're crossing the street here. This is Liberty Street. We got an older building over here, which is a law firm. And it looks like there was an attempt on this box to paint it, but not one of the better ones. So whoever did that one, I am sorry, but it is not one of the better artworks around here. Now this is really cool. older building. Still in use today. The law firm, Willard Hall, drunk driving, DUI, criminal defense, Social Security. He's got you. It looks open, but at the same time, it looks closed. Maybe they are going to lunch. I don't know. Don't know what this is, but it has arcade games in there, which looks really cool. This is the back side of the building. Now, walking. See how many steps I put in today. A lot more than I had the last couple of weeks when it was raining. And there is some rain scheduled later this week, or over the weekend, I do believe, but not much. And I've made up my mind, I do believe, what I'm going to do for the next adventure. Might be on Saturday. My wife and I are going to take a trip to the Ghost Road, one of the most haunted roads in all of Texas. And we're probably going to do that mainly because right now don't want to waste the money, or not, it's not a waste. Don't want to spend the money to drive a 2-hour trip to Houston to go do baseball. I can drive 45 minutes. I got another game scheduled in September. And I've been wanting to go to Ghost Road. I've been wanting to show you guys the light. I went down there years ago and I did see the light, which the rumor is a old worker that had lost his head, and he's using his lantern to try to find his head. So that'll be a cool trip on Saturday. So hopefully you guys will join me. Like I said, thanks for joining me today, going on a little walk around Beaumont. And what I'm about to show you guys here, now you see the artwork here on the side of this building. Very pretty, the colors, flowers, leaves, done very well. Now this next spot up here is where I proposed to my wife. I told her we were coming out here to take pictures of. Looks like that right there is a barber shop. But yeah, so this area up here, I told my wife we were coming out to just take pictures of some of the artwork here, the graffiti. But little did she know that I was going to propose. Let's see, go wide angle here if I can get it all in there. But this right here is probably one of the better artwork that we've seen in Beaumont. Absolutely beautiful work done. I mean, so much detail, so many different colors. All the way to the birds here, who's getting a little faded. But nothing on the side of this old building here. Another old empty building here in Beaumont. But yeah, so this is where I proposed to my wife. I told her I was gonna get a picture of her standing right over here. And she was setting everything up, and the whole time I had the ring, I had my camera set up, and little did she know I was videoing too. So I videoed the whole thing and got down on one knee and told her I wanted to spend the rest of my life with her. And she said yes. And that was about 4 years ago. And we got married last October in Durango, Colorado. Got to marry my best friend, my wife, and my everything. The one person I share everything with. All right, so we're gonna hop back in the car and we're gonna drive to another spot that has some more graffiti and more cool old buildings, more graffiti and more of the awesomeness here in Beaumont. Like I said, no matter where you're at, go out and adventure and you'll find a lot of cool things about your hometown or wherever you're at. You just got to go out and find it, and I'm finding that out. The more I get out and explore, the more I realize, you know what, I don't think we have to get back in the car. But we are just gonna flip across the street here. There's a, you can see there, get this van up out of the way. This is the Bird Law Firm. They got a really cool mural on the back of their offices here. Really cool. I'd like to meet the people that do this. I mean, that's a lot of work out in the heat of Texas, hot Southeast Texas. But it's all right, because we survived the heat. I've been here long enough. It only bothers me when I'm like in good clothes and I start sweating. There's nothing worse than having like jeans on, a nice shirt or something, and you just start sweating. This is the Bird Law Firm. And they got some more graffiti here. Zoom out, go wide angle here. There we go. Starting to get the hang of this gimbal. It's really cool. I like the key going into the head right there. A lot of detail. Never know what you'll find hidden down the back alleys. You got this really cool staircase. I've done some photos on this before. So it goes all the way up just to a locked door. No more locked doors. One of my favorite movies is a Friday series. No more locked doors, Holmes. Looks like they got an engine room. They're doing some work there. It's going to cruise through all the little back alleys, the nooks and the crannies. Golly. The big AC system, I'm assuming. It is loud. And once again, we've already made a circle. Some people going into the escape room, so that tells me that it is still open. So haunted hotel must be Rose Hill Asylum. Once you check in, you may never check out. I haven't been in a really long time to the haunted hotel, so maybe I can go this year, take you guys along. I want to do a lot of haunted attractions because that is my favorite time of the year. I love horror movies, I love Halloween, and then I love Christmas, so it's perfect that Halloween, we go right into Christmas. But yeah, I've done a lot of photos down here too in downtown Beaumont. There's a lot of unique little spots, buildings that you can do photos. I've done some senior photos down here, done some engagement photos. You name it, I've done it when it comes to photos. I love doing photography. I use Nikon. Recently had a Sony ZV-E10 I bought for video. But about the second I bought it, I had got laid off from my job, or let go because stupid reasons, because I had a doctor's note for my mental health that I was dealing with, and they still let me go. So I was forced to sell my Sony, so I used Nikon. I have a 3200, 5600, and a 7500. My 75 is my favorite. shoots 4K video and great sports action shots, which is my favorite thing to do. I love doing sports action shots. My least favorite thing to do is probably posing people. I sometimes feel awkward when I'm trying to pose people. That old building there. It goes way up there, and it's got the clock tower on the side of it. So yeah, this is downtown Beaumont, Texas. This is Orleans Street. And one of our last stops to make is the iconic old Jefferson Theater. To me, this is one of the coolest buildings down here. I love movies, music, any kind of performance. And the Jefferson Theater is really a cool place. It's really nice on the inside. It's really nice when you come by at night and the marquee and everything is lit up. See if we can cross the street here. The Jefferson Theater. I've done a few events here myself. I did a movie premiere. Somebody had a sizzle reel that they were showing to the public for the first time for their movie. I was here to capture all that. Had some pretty good name actors here, some professional boxers, because it was about some movie about a guy's story, his life, boxing and training. Blue October was here just yesterday. Tommy Davidson on August 9th. So right here is the ticket booth. Beaumont. For more information, you can go to BeaumontEventTX.com. Private tours are available by appointment only. They do have this. This is really cool. I can't believe I missed Friday the 13th, part 5. It was just recently, June 13th. Malcolm X coming up June 20th. I love when they have the classic movie night here. August 16th, the Gatlin Brothers. So if you're into classic country music, Gatlin Brothers will be here in Beaumont. This is a very old building. And then we'll stroll over here. This church right here. I'm not sure if there's any markings that tell us how old it is. But I love the way the architecture is on this building here. It's an absolutely beautiful building. But it also has that creepy kind of thing to it, like maybe that's where they hold some demon souls or something. They keep them secured in this church. But it has that kind of creepy horror movie vibe, but at the same time it's such a beautiful building, old beautiful building. Across the street again. Get my steps in today, more so than I did at the park. And I'm proud of myself. I probably said that last episode, but I am out talking and people are around sitting in their cars. People are walking by and I'm just doing me. And I used to be so terrified to get out and just film when I'm like, well, everybody else does it. So see, this is the Tyrell. So we just went to Tyrell Park the other day. This is Tyrell Historical Library at 69-5 Pearl Street. It's a really cool old church though. Oh, this church It was built in 1903 as a First Baptist church. Tyrell Public Library, donated to the city of Beaumont, AD 1923 by W.C. Tyrell. It's just a beautiful older building. Playing here in memory of O.B. Goodman, library custodian, 1954 to 1985. Wow, what a career he had here. You don't see people very often staying at jobs like that anymore. I'll see someone one year they're working somewhere, then I might see them 2 years later and they're telling me they're working somewhere else. And that kind of goes for me too, because companies are ridiculous. That's why I'm hoping there's some more graffiti over there. You see a lot of nice graffiti in Beaumont, that's for sure. Now down here, it's a nice little beautiful walkway with the trees overhanging and a little bit of shade, because I can feel the sweat running straight down my backside. I forget what these are called. They have some that have white flowers on them. These have pink. But I believe my mom may have had some similar to this. I'm not sure. But I do remember seeing these growing up. The white and the pink. If you know what these are, tell me in the comments. Always thankful to learn something new. I'm not ever going to be the type that comes out and videos everything and acts like I'm a historian on it, because most of the time I'm adventuring and learning just like you guys are. And sometimes I talk too much. Right here we have the Men of Vision. Honoring Vic, Soul, Ben, and Nate Rogers. It's got something else written here. It's a little faded, you can't read much of it. This is really cool though. Men of Vision. And then over here they have the Texas Energy Museum. So despite being hot, still a nice day. Beaumont's a very different downtown. There's a lot going on, like I said, but at the same time, there's not a lot going on. But we're about to come up to a final big piece of, there's a lot of graffiti in Beaumont, but I don't want to keep this video so long. This right here is the Art Museum of Southeast Texas. One day we will take a trip on the inside. I have never been, and I have lived around this area my whole life. Like I said in my last video, I grew up about 30 minutes east of here in Orange. Oh, and I almost tripped again, not watching where I was going. I'm looking through the camera. But yeah, so I have not been to this museum, nor have I been to the Stark Museum of Art in Orange, where I grew up. I may have when I was a kid. I think we took a field trip. Let's see, now we're my favorite piece of art right here. is this. I'm not sure what player this is. But it is a very nice piece of art. Really nice work. If you want to check out the artist here, it is Malcolm Byers. It's his signature and his handle on there at Malcolm_Byers. Did a really great job on this piece here. Awesome work. Absolutely phenomenal work. One of those where I'm like, man, I wish I could even draw half that good, paint half that good. I can draw a little. I can draw some cartoon characters. I cannot draw landscapes. I cannot draw people. I cannot draw anything overly complicated. So I can draw very generic 2D cartoon characters. And that's about it. That is the extent of my being an artist. I am a very creative person though. I love music, movies, create music, movies. I love talking to people. I love getting out and exploring. Cross traffic does not stop. Well, looks like I got a really old store over here. Won't go all the way down. Like I said, don't want to make the video too long. It is Dallas Williams Furniture Co. Really old building there. Then a bunch of abandoned buildings here. A lot of abandoned buildings here downtown Beaumont. A lot. And there's a lot of opportunity to revitalize it down here. They have done some to some buildings, but there's so much opportunity to renovate buildings, bring in new businesses, office buildings, and have a real functioning downtown. And believe it or not, this amount of cars here are probably the most that I have seen parked downtown at times, because sometimes you will come down here middle of the day and it will be a ghost town. That's the San Jacinto Life building. First City building, 505 Orleans. This is my town, my city. I guess if I was to say there was one positive, let's see, we got some more art here. If I was to say there was one positive about the place, I would say it is that we are only about an hour and a half to Houston. So that's the plus, but at the same time, sometimes there's not a lot going on in Houston that we see in other cities, big cities. We'll see conventions, horror conventions, events for this and that, and we look for Houston and then boom, there's nothing. Like none of those are coming to Houston. But we do catch a lot of good concerts, good baseball, go Astros, football, go Texans, Rockets, had a great season. hoping the next season for the Rockets will be even better. Got a great young core of players. Excited for the season. Even though this season is still winding down, I've been pulling for Indiana. I'm not an OKC fan, but I have a feeling OKC is probably going to win it after winning yesterday, or the other day, not yesterday. Forget they have 2 days off in between games. So, as we come to the end of this little tour around Beaumont, as we come to the end of the tour, we pass right back by the noisy air system or whatever they're doing over there. Now we're passing by this old pawn shop right here. Really cool. And that's about it. That is Beaumont, downtown Beaumont. And I thank everyone for joining me. There's that really cool mural again here at the Bird Law Firm. And now I will try to attempt to cross the street. And nobody's coming. Turns out it's a good day. Not a lot of traffic. Nobody trying to run me over. And just me trying to still figure out how to work my gimbal. So I'm heading back to the car. I had a great time with you guys. Hope y'all had a great time seeing a little more of Beaumont. And I love going on adventures, and I invite you to go out and find your own adventures, because you never know what you're going to find right there in your own town. So until next time, I'm Houston Hughes, and I'm out.